And today, I saw it on my new passport. Mail.
Jeremy, you're fucking excited about this, huh?
I am so excited about this. So obviously we got the first images, official images of the Legend of Zelda movie, the live action Legend of Zelda movie. And this has happened about a week after there was some leaked videos and images that had hit online. And I don't think that these images were probably planned to be released, but I think that Nintendo wanted to get ahead of the leaks. And so they went ahead and released these images. And look, I mean, here's the positives. White people. Cast.
Yeah, wow.
Okay.
The bar is so low.
My goodness.
The bar is so low. It's like they got the race and they got the genders correct.
Yes.
It's a win.
Yes. So white people cast in the role and a female cast in the female role. So obviously, I think generally speaking, most people are pretty happy with this. There has been some, concerns on two different perspectives. One doesn't matter because it's the Hunter Schafer crowd. They truly do not matter. So fuck those weirdos. But the other side of this is that you've had a group of people that are questioning, like, is she going to be a girl boss? They see this image with her. And while I don't agree, I do understand. And in my video, I talked about this. I'll never forget on this show, we were talking about Top Gun Maverick before it came out. And we all were saying, it's probably going to be Tom Cruise is old and washed up, and he's probably going to have some woman come in there and take over. We were all wrong. And I remember we did a poll in the chat. 75% of the chat was like, not interested in Top Gun Maverick. The reason we're concerned is because we have seen this play out time and time and time again. So it comes from a decent
It's a red
place.
flag.
So, yeah. So, I mean, ultimately, people are concerned, and I understand that. If you know anything about the Legend of Zelda series, like early on in the early games, the Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, Link to the Past, like Zelda was really the damsel in distress. But once you get to Ocarina of Time,
Modern games.
I wouldn't even call that, but like,
30 years ago.
Yeah. Ocarina Ocarina of Time, Zelda's a pretty prominent character, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword. So, and obviously Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but I don't think that this is cause for concern if you know anything about the Zelda franchise. So I think everything here, what we've seen, looks awesome. Filming in New Zealand is a huge win. That's a massive win. And so, so those are my thoughts right there. I know, Shad, I watched your stream on this. So what are your thoughts, Shad?
Yeah, my concern is that they might be like moving Zelda away from her more traditional role in most of the games. I know not all the games, but she mostly has filled the role of the classic damsel in distress. And modern Hollywood, they despise that trope. How dare a man save a woman, and how dare a woman be vulnerable and need to be saved and can't save herself? And so it really feels like they're kind of getting to lean into the other aspects of it. And I know there's justification in other Zelda games, but for me, the more traditional interpretation of Zelda is the classic princess that Link needs to save.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, I want to add to that, though. I feel like Zelda also plays a good role of being like wise and like
she does
a quest giver and a person that helps Link. That's my fear, is that it's going to be like a Galadriel situation where Galadriel is a very powerful female figure that helps the Fellowship, and then they made her into this girl boss sword wielding orc killer. And I'm like, I hope they don't do that with this. It's not a big problem for her to have a bow and arrow and be out there in action, but don't push it too hard.
And this is the thing, like if you don't know anything about Zelda, don't even try to look up the timeline. Like, don't even try to.
There's like an 8-hour video on it. It
is all over the place. Almost every Zelda game is a different iteration of Link and Zelda. So this is not the same character per se. So there's different versions. There's like 10 Links, there's like 10 Zeldas. They're different. They have different backstories. It's all over the place. It's convoluted. Nintendo has repositioned this timeline several times. It is very confusing. So it feels like Nintendo was like, we're just going to make a cool game in this world. And each time they made another cool game. And finally it got to the point where the internet became a thing. And they're like, the fucking internet really wants a timeline. So we got to figure this shit out. So yeah, I mean, like you could look at Wind Waker and Zelda and that. So again, all of that is to say that there is a precedent for Zelda to be more than just a damsel in distress. More often than not in the games, Link and Zelda are really not even together throughout the games. More often than not, they spend the heavy majority of the time away from each other. So Link has to be the hero. Link has to be, you know, the focus from that standpoint. Link is her servant. She is royalty. He is her servant. That is who he is. That is his job. But he typically goes on an adventure to save, you know, the day. So, but anyway, based on these images alone, based on the fact that Miyamoto is producing, I think that there's nothing but positive to come from these images. So
because she's strong. She's always been shown to be strong, but he's the hero of time. And as long as they take that dynamic of she can still be strong, she can still, you know, Triforce of Wisdom, whatever iteration they want to go with, as long as he remains the hero of time and is therefore like the primary driver of the narrative, I think that will be a good thing.
I just think Nintendo are boasting about the fact that she's a real woman.
Exactly. That's the real fucking problem. That's the real problem is that Hunter Schafer, 27-year-old Hunter Schafer, who is a man, by the way, a biological man.
Got a cock.
Hunter Schafer did not get the role. And I think, here, let me actually pull up this other one that has a whole list. Drop the 50!
Why? Stop it!
As it's a man.
So listen.
Don't do that! Pull back in!
Don't do it, brother!
So listen.
Walk away!
It needs to
There's
be.
a lot.
It needs to be. We need to state. So this Hunter Schafer thing was a PR stunt that went mega viral.
100%.
It was not organic. It was not real.
No,
It was it was a PR stunt, and a lot of mentally ill people picked up on it. It was just like, I don't want to say this is Gary's channel. Just like a lot of these people have a certain view of what Hunter Schafer may or may not be. The idea that Nintendo was considering Hunter Schafer was never real.
No, it was planted by it was planted by Hunter Schafer's own PR firm, and I think I think a lot of it stemmed from her just answering. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, him just answering a question. I know.
Right. I thought it would be
They got to Ryan, boys.
We corrected it pretty quick. But a lot of it stemmed from Hunter Schafer answering a question about, I'd love to play Zelda. I'd love to play Zelda. Yeah, like in this fucking male voice, right? And you can put all the makeup on, you can do all the surgeries you want, you can do all these things, you can have all these like, you know, touched up pictures at these huge events. The reality is Hunter Schafer is a biological male who is cosplaying and who identifies as a woman, but is not. And so the amount of people that want to see a biological male play the role of Zelda is like less than 1% of the population. So there's no way in hell that Nintendo was ever going to do that. No. And these people can freak out as much as they want. It's just not something that there was any actual fucking demand for.
No, not at all. And they're going to continue to do this. They're going to continue to, I mean, this is all they have. And if you look at all the responses, just scroll through these responses one more time that we went through. All of these people are saying they're going to boycott the Zelda movie. Do you know one thing that almost all of them have in common? None of them can afford a blue check mark, but they're gonna boycott Nintendo. They're gonna
we're gonna love of the game, Jeremy.
Yeah. Just because his ears stick out. That's the only reason.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of people have thought Zelda was a man for years.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. All right, so
I'm not the one who thought misgendered Hunter. Okay,
so a lot of people have thought Zelda was a man for years as it is. So actually, it would have fit if they don't know anything about Zelda as it is, then they would have been right in there. Personally, my favorite thing about all the scene pictures is that they're referencing Willow by sending her out on an adventure with 6 arrows.
Hang on, Willow was worse, I think. But actually,
They
funny you
said 3.
mentioned that.
Yeah.
There's a close-up of the arrows, and I had to do a double check on it because the
Did you check the
close-up
plastic flights?
The
Maybe
Willow
they're
arrows had
reusable.
plastic heads and were modern carbon fiber arrows. These ones passed the test. They're actually okay. They could fit in a fantasy setting. They at least got that right.
Yeah, and what's interesting is they're actually, like, a lot of these Hunter Schafer weirdos are actually attacking the young lady that's been cast as Zelda now. Like, what?
Ridiculous.
Very
Absolutely
aggressive.
insane. Now, the bigger discussion to be had outside of Hunter Schafer is that, Nintendo, they have the Mario movie that did over $1 billion. You have the Mario Galaxy movie that's set to come out in 2026. And if this movie's even like halfway decent, it's going to probably it's probably going to be a massive home run.
Yeah.
And so theoretically, you could have $3 billion movies, 2 animated, 1 live action. And what does that set up? I mean, that sets Nintendo up for something very unique at that point in time, with all of the IPs that they have access to and the history and the legacy and all of that. So that's a huge conversation where I talked about this on Drinker's show the other day, but we've got a lot of video game adaptations. Minecraft just did almost $1 billion. I didn't like Minecraft, but it doesn't matter. Minecraft did nearly $1 billion. The Sonic movies, I think the Sonic movies are probably the best video game adaptations we have, and I thought Sonic 3 was great. And those movies do fairly well. It's not like they're doing billions, but what did Sonic 3
They do
hit?
enough.
Well enough
do
for what
enough
they
for
spend.
sure, yeah.
500 million or something, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the Sonic movies have been very good.
They're still doing Mortal Kombat. There's a wealth of stories and properties that they could start doing this to. And if they do it right, like, it seems like Nintendo is very, very on top of the ball about this. Like with Mario, it was a good movie. It was quality. So like, if they continue that trend of quality adaptations that stick close to the thing that people love, they could have a huge, like, a Kirby movie out there, Star Fox, like, it's a crazy
Metroid.
Metroid would be cool.
It's because Nintendo care about their properties, whereas Hollywood would look down on gaming as an inferior medium.
Yes,
And
correct.
So they'll never take it seriously if they start to adapt, like, Deus Ex or something.
Even though
Correct.
games make way more money than movies
Yes.
these days.
I mean, we've seen what they've already done with movie adaptations in the West End. So, I mean, just look at those images, just 3 images, and you really want it to be good because you look at them and just like they're very nicely shot. The images are very nicely shot. It kind of does have that Zelda vibe to it. You can always feel the wind in them, so it's almost got that video game kind of vibe going along. It's just like, come on, nail it. Nail it.
Do it.
And it's,
I want
it's,
you to, man.
it's impossible to not have like this Lord of the Rings feel and vibe. And I'm not saying compare it to Lord of the Rings because that's impossible. It's Lord of the Rings, greatest movies ever made. So, but it filmed in New Zealand. Zelda's often been called like the Lord of the Rings of video games and all of that. So like that vibe is there and you can't ignore it. But yeah, I mean, I've got pretty high hopes for this based on this. Listen, as the hype for this movie builds, it's going to put enormous pressure because the Zelda franchise right now is more popular than it's ever been. So Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, by far are the best-selling Zelda games of all time, and it's not even fucking close. And so the Zelda franchise is now at that level. And now with people being excited about these images, a ton of pressure on that first trailer whenever it comes. We're probably still like a year away from the first trailer, I would think. They just started filming. And when is it released? 2027, like summer of 2027, I think. So we, again, conversation from Open Bar, but like, what does this set up? And the idea of like this all leading to a Super Smash Bros. Movie down the road is kind of stupid.
Yeah,
man.
but that's the thing. Like, I think
Avengers, like, bro, dude.
man.
that's the thing. I think a lot of us thought like that could happen after the success of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yes.
But then they do this one
live action.
So I don't think that makes any fucking sense.
Yeah, but the Zelda franchise doesn't make any sense. Neither does the Mario franchise. So, and to be fair, like
These
the
are
Mario
Japanese
movie,
properties, okay.
the Mario movie didn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It really didn't.
They could still do it. Like when Link goes through, the interdimensional portal, he comes out animated and is like, all right. And then they just go.
That's 100% right.
Of live action and CG.
Right, because if you look at the Zelda timeline, it is full of time travel and alternate realities. It's all it is. You know what I mean? Like there are 1,000 ways they could intertwine this. Now, I agree, Ryan, though. It does seem a bit more complicated from that perspective. But listen, Nintendo's a weird fucking company. They really are weird. They are strange, and they do a lot of strange things. So I don't know what their plan is here. I have no idea. I remember when Chris Pratt was cast, and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing, man? Like, and then like I remember when the Mario movie got announced, and I'm like, what the fuck are you gonna make a 2-hour movie on Mario? What the hell? What are we doing? And
the Chris Pratt backlash was crazy when it first happened. Like
the Prattlash,
and we got the first hint of his voice. Remember when we got the first hint of his voice?
Yeah.
It was wild. And now you got some of the same people, you know. Like Grace Randolph, who was really mad about the Chris Pratt casting. The movie goes on to do huge numbers, and all Grace Randolph can think about are the sexual implications of Bowser forcing Peach to be married.
Yeah, weird.
Now she thinks that Brie Larson's going to ruin it. Oh, how the turntables.
Okay.
I am excited for this, and something I'm interested in. I know I'm probably one of the few. I really want to see how they adapt the Master Sword in this live action.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And that's a lot of people are like, why is this? Link needs to have the sword. I'm like, dude, you don't show the Master Sword on this. You just don't. That's got to be a reveal.
Yeah,
that's got to be a major reveal.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be autistically picky on its design.
I bet you will. I bet you will.
As will Minnie.
Imagine the teaser trailer. Like the teaser trailer that could break the internet. Like they that's what they would probably want to wait to have, like the Master Sword reveal or something similar to that.
Yes, and the score involved with Zelda, everything around this movie points to something that could be incredible. But with that comes a ton of pressure, and it's going to get picked apart by the internet. My theory is that I think just because of the unbelievable success of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I feel like they're going to lean more into that world.
This Zelda looks kind of like the Zelda from...
I think that it's going to be about Zelda not feeling comfortable in her body.
Oh, God.
And then Hunter Schafer is going to come out. And
it's the big twist.
Yeah.
And he's going to say that I'm going to show you my Master Sword.
The thing for Hunter Schafer...
It's dangerous out there. Don't go alone.
The thing for Hunter Schafer, it's not like this dude can't get roles in Hollywood. Like Euphoria, pretty big, right? Pretty big name, pretty big successful streaming show with a bunch of other big names in it. We need Sydney Sweeney, Zendaya, all this stuff. They're doing season 3 now. You know who Hunter Schafer plays in that? The perfect role for Hunter Schafer, a biological male who has transitioned into identifying as a woman. That's Hunter Schafer's role in that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you should fucking play. You know what I mean? Maybe that's a little niche that you found yourself in when you chopped your dick off. Maybe, just maybe.
Just play a dude disguised as a girl disguised as a dude.
Overall, nothing but positive things from those images, and we'll see.
Nerdrotic.com. Please subscribe.